Chapter 1. To survive. Deadly life.
Danganronpa.
When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a scene I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Ah, we're back in the gym. Guys, this is not a good time to play volleyball. Ah, you're awake. Finally, are you awake? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah. Now's no time to be sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You're unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Ugh. Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, and then exploded out of me.
What?
I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is... You check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead.
Yeah.
No! I have to see for myself! Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me.
Big F from the car.
I realized she really was gone. None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka. I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Oh, I forgot the first murder. He doesn't go, a body has been discovered.
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here. I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule. Then, who did it? Who killed her? You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you! Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's... What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Oddly specific.
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her. Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fat... What? Was I thinking? I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone! It's amazing what some people are capable of.
That's how murder works.
Hey, hold on! Don't just assume he's telling the truth! That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something was a stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh? Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing? It's 'cause. Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here. You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No, no, no. The real thing has just begun. The real thing? Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, If you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you're the Blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away from it.
Yeah.
Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten
'Cause
away
otherwise
with
You
it.
could just walk up to someone like and randomly stab them and be like, "I'm gone."
I'm out. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And they and the Spotless students will all engage in a one big debate showdown.
Wow, the Blackened and the Spotless. I'm gonna be honest,
your arguments about who
sounding a little
is.
racist.
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by
Guys, I don't think I could do detective work at 10:35 in the
I mean, it's
afternoon.
pretty easy detective work. It's the first one.
It's the
not
first
like
murder,
tutorial
yes.
Detective work. You could always just stop.
only the
It's like
one
Phoenix Wright first.
We'll see how we'll see how far I can
Yeah.
get.
the rest may continue their
Or it's just kind of like, hey, look at something really quickly.
If you
Okay,
choose poorly,
you killed someone.
In the
then no wonder
in the future trials, you have to use truth bullets, and they're like fucking so hard.
Oh
Fine.
yeah, you had a tough time with that.
It just like I was like, oh, there it is, and
school life will come to an end. As far as class
he kept
trial
accusing me
rules
of
go,
murder.
that's all there is to it.
Can you prove you didn't do it?
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution!
Alright.
Execution?
What?
And by execution, you mean
A life for a life.
execution is...
Execution. Execution. Electric chair. Poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So, to make sure I understand, if you get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because
Like,
all your lives are on the line.
Like that game.
Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook.
What are you talking
Make
about?
sure to keep it in mind.
Game
What game?
where you kill, where the one person kills people. Never
Mafia,
mind. Yes, it's like mafia.
I guess.
Wait, hold on a second.
Huh?
You're freaking insane, you know that? A class trial? What the hell is that? It's a class trial.
Yeah, that's
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with it.
what's this?
Why not?
Stop it.
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial?
Yeah, why do I have to waste my time trying?
Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might. I don't know. Throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
That could be fun.
Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this. Don't be so selfish.
Stop it.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us. Although it was more of a waddle. But then...
Are you enjoying yourself now? Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon.
Yo!
spell.
I don't know how to pronounce the first part of your name. Burbs, thanks for the host.
Hooray.
Oh.
Oh, it was super high school level. I told you there was 2 murders in the first
Ah.
chapter.
She's been big stabbed.
Oh yeah, big boy stabbed. Big boy stabbed.
Who?
Junko.
Oh yes, Big Dead.
Big dead, big dead.
This
Spears.
supposed to.
Super high school level bird.
Junko was your father the whole time.
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
Okay, Ty, now that she's dead, wanna guess why she's everyone's favorite character?
You get one guess.
Oh, she oofed.
Eva?
What the? I don't... This can't be real.
Well, man.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson, after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you just obey those school regulations.
Okay, bro.
Seconds I already hate him.
What?
Yeah, that's why we haven't talked to him at all. I've voiced like maybe 4 lines for him. Haven't talked to him at all.
I've been here for 3 seconds and I already hate him.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It's the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend,
I mean,
was
was she
dead.
really?
She died. She'd been murdered. The body's a big mood. Yes, we can see that there are spears. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. People die, indeed, if they are stabbed by multiple spears.
I know it's shocking, right?
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. She did got pained.
Big
This isn't
pain.
some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality. Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you'd put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help in your search for the blackened. Try harder. This little file is all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. He said it, but you know what? I didn't realize. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. She was stabbed. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance camera picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Yeah, but it's more entertaining if you guys have to figure it out. But it's more entertaining if you figure it out.
How would he, like, tell you that you're right or wrong if
Yeah.
you didn't know who killed Sayaka?
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
See?
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body, growing colder right in front of us.
There she is.
And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. Alright, who wants to play volleyball? The fact that...
play volleyball with Junko's corpse.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go.
The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there's more to it than that. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Murdered! Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the
How
same.
dare he be sad that his potential girlfriend died? Stop it.
That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continue to think about it and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable to or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here.
Yeah, except for the killer.
She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They're using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we gotta have to do. On top of that, there's something I need to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out. But still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
Oh.
So you finally noticed. Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right! Then could it be? Fuck off, Ifumi. All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
It's like
Look
the
at-
only murder where you're like, they're like, oh, it's probably Makoto. Like,
This
there's
is like the
solid
only
evidence
probable one.
that it could be him. All the other ones, they're like, you are a dumb bitch. That's stupid evidence. You're the murderer.
Look in Aaron's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
They got dead. They dead. They executed.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer,
I
we
don't
need to
think
decide what to do
Sayaka's-
about securing the crime
I don't think
scene.
they did either.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
You're thinking of putting on someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if this culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think
Who are your
anyway.
Top 3 characters.
Top 3 characters?
A
Oh,
super high school level bird wants to know.
gosh. I mean, one of them fucking died.
Oh, was it Sayaka?
Yeah.
So you like Sayaka. Do you like Kirigiri?
I mean, I haven't gone to hang out with Kirigiri much. It's getting there. I
They
want to
make
know
you
more
like
about
Sayaka
Kirigiri.
before she dies, yeah.
And then Kirigiri is like, I need to get to know Kirigiri better.
My favorite characters are Junko, Aoi, and Chihiro.
Fair. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick.
Game before.
Dorito.
Okay then, we can let Mondo look after the at the scene.
Fujisaki.
Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you're the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Well, fuck you! Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Fuck off. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I don't like Mondo either. His hair looks like corn. That's some weird corn.
Don't be mean to Mondo.
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, don't have to really say anymore.
His hair looks like corn. Wail on him.
Everyone pray for good luck. Was that Kyoko? Hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right. Let me just say this right now. If our son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I'll fuck them up. I need to give him a better voice. I need to give him a better, easier voice.
I don't think you could do his voice. He's got like a kind of... He's got a very, you know, like a high school delinquent Japanese.
Yeah, I need to give him an easier voice for me to voice.
You got a Josuke voice.
Oh, you do kind of got a Josuke voice.
Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? Give him a British Victorian 10-year-old child?
Please, sir. I'll fucking destroy you.
How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
Miss Havisham, what's
It
your
was
favorite
you.
sweet?
Miss Havisham, what's your favorite sweet? How dare you, Toko? Aoi's best girl so far based on design alone, says Oz.
That's fair, that's fair.
I'm
Is it
telling
the
you, it
big
wasn't
tits,
me.
Oz? Is it the big tits?
Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
There was no issue with the big titties.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet.
He's also just pleasant to look at. Can't keep
Other than
Me
that guy.
collecting Big titties.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help but investigate.
I won't have
Wait,
any
why
big
not?
titty liking shame.
I'm not
or-
good with blood.
Oh.
I'll take one glimpse and I black out. Isn't there a dead body right
She just hasn't looked at it, it's okay.
She's... Well, whatever.
She didn't see it.
I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out.
I like Leon's dumb beard, too.
But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. The blood is pink. It's not real. She'll be fine. Well, so is the blood on Sayaka. And the party looks at me. It's been still been filled with
Not
suspicion.
have pink blood? Like, I don't understand.
Hold on, guys. Let me find out real quick.
That's just what blood looks like. Just...
Does anyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will.
execution is execution. Execution. Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Well, it's time to investigate.
Yep.
I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All of this suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no clue but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed.
You will be bound to get them eventually.
If we get it right, just murder everyone.
Keyword is eventually. Monokuma does later make a rule that two people.
What was it? You can't kill more than two?
more than two people.
First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room.
One night.
I better examine the state of my room a little bit closer. That might reveal something new.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Because we use or the trash
Look at
can.
those buff guys. They
Look
guard
at the
it. You
drawer
touch
first.
anything, they beat you up.
The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. Okay. Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mundo. You look like you've been building fucking furniture, right? You haven't used yours either, huh? Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Alright. Sort of. Mundo is passively in a power stance.
Always.
Brought back for self-defense.
He's
Using an
gonna
attack
beat
somehow.
you up. You look
Has
away.
been taken
he
out, so it's
beats you
just
up.
the sheath. Scratches on the sheath, and must have been made of something sharp. So it's definitely defensive. So is the knife.
What is that noise?
I don't know. It's fine.
Okay. What the fuck was that?
Don't worry about it.
What was that?
Don't
This
worry
is
about
the
it.
reckless sword I brought back for self-defense.
No,
And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. So I need to touch just for a little bit. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. Well, wait. If that's true, then how'd the killer get into the room in the first place?
Oh my god.
So could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? I'm saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and now someone else grabbed her or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone on walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Yes, they're secure shit,
So what
too.
about the bathroom?
Hey, Kyoko. I probably called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching?
She is down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
That's... I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. These rooms are soundproof. We heard it the first day.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember, all our rooms are some completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you can know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Lint roller. Huh? Look at the lint roller. It looks like there's way less than there was before. This guy can see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little. Wow, amazing.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? I knew it! The trash room! Let's go, boys! They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
you fucking
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. What? What if it's a girl that did it?
yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Kyoko again. Hey, Kyoko. Nope, just a CG again.
What isn't it? Did you lose a...
A few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka, or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? That's probably it for this room.
I think so.
The bathroom, and on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. Well, that thought held me up and supported me. Alright. We have the opportunity to look around now. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. That is a lot of blood for a single stab wound. Yes. What did they use to kill her? Where'd they get it? It looks like a kitchen knife. That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. It's got gold on it. Well, there's something sort of glittery on there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. A stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist... That must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I think that's all for this room. So, main places we are concerned about. It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I think the dying message part is the one I should react to. Well, no. Makoto didn't think that way. What do you mean by dying message? It's something a victim writes before they die. But generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. They'll either write it somewhere the killer wouldn't notice it, or write it out in code or something. Wow, it's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of Ellery Queen? Who? Never mind.
Exactly.
Can I have that dialogue again? There you go. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life herself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an inspiring poet? Well, the numbers she wrote. What do they mean? The numbers, Mason!
What do they mean?
11,037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, while she was seeing the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you write something in that position, do you know what that result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it.
Boobies.
You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's only one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Okay. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So,
I guess they were maybe trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
See.
Then that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't understand any piece of this. I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is.
He hated deaf people.
Well,
My intuition was right. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing.
what?
Was it missing from the very beginning, or... I better see if anyone here knows more about it.
What?
Naegi, I investigated that
Don't worry about
earlier.
it, Don't worry. Don't.
I got a shiver. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so was it missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nike, we went there before. We looked at the knives ourselves. Nope, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell Aaron I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Do you really think I murdered her?
I mean,
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys are supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So you consider everything together. I honestly have no idea. Hi, Monokuma. Jesus. It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
No one should be beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
You can't go any further.
Fucking Monokuma spooked the shit out of me. Hey, Fumi. Stabbed the bear. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I hadn't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But I'm supposed to rate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room. And only the person on that cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want?
Over the head? No, he was just putting his fist up because he was excited.
That does seem more convenient.
So in other
No one ever talked.
Actually,
So that's it.
that must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, Fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
you.
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it?
You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, and poking around at it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash dreams like that. Maybe get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. He's got passion. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. God, we just fall over and die. Oh, and PVC figures.
Happy. He goes
How are you
back,
not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that?
But not for a while.
If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, that's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy's cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What? If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic. Hifumi, since you're on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. He has black eyes and a 40-year-old lanky boy who's a fucking idiot. What, so now you want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I can stab you. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. We can have two trials in one. It'll be okay. It'll be a fast trial for me. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped
I
dreaming.
was talking about that 2D. Oh, you mean like 2D and gorillas?
Get busy living or get busy dying, he said.
Fair, 2D
So him and
gorillas
Rita,
is pretty cute.
so him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket, used it, and flipped the switch next to the gate. And then... Alright, we're in the trash room.
He's 80% legs.
However, Mr. Naegi, clearly you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along. You're right here. You could stop me if you so chose.
Oh my fucking god.
No. I just want to see if the actual killer tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. No. Well, if that isn't a blood stain. There's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. That feels like a false evidence.
Is this perhaps...
Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze at it, it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who does this particular ball belong to?
Come on, Makoto, you're smart.
There's only one person it could be. This lad brings shame to all absolute units.
He do.
They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure.
Are you guys playing Overwatch?
No, not currently.
No, we're watching Ty playing. He's solving a murder.
This lad brings shame to all. There's something lying on the ground in front of the incinerator.
You can watch with us if you want, Marcy.
It looks like a burnt piece of something. It's a uniform. A burnt piece. Like a hunk of burning love? That's not a 2D reference.
Well, I'm planning on playing Overwatch tomorrow. I mean, today.
Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth.
Oh,
And the
I wanna
shape.
see the trial.
It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt.
Hi, you should also get it.
And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means... There's all that's left of some of the evidence that the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. There's enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Yeah, I guess the last things first is look in the incinerator. There's the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, it's on right now. They didn't look on. You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouse in the incinerator. It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Ha! Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange, I was certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps with the work of a fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said the last time you were here the incinerator was off. Ah yes, about that. There can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... That means someone was able to switch on the incinerator from without opening the gate. What fucking range does that boy have? They threw the glass ball?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
I wonder.
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator is off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it mean, not Mr. Naiki? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
Yeah, they eat that shit. Throw him in the incinerator.
It sounds like he's living
No,
out one of his
looking
comic
for
book
the-
fantasies.
I don't think he could fit in there.
The green button turns it on, the yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems, anyway.
I don't think you can throw him in. He's too fat. Let's head out.
Alright, so...
Nope. Stay away.
We can investigate the gym and talk to the only psychic around.
Oh wait, I think there's something you're missing. You should look at your door and Sayaka's door.
That's Kyoko's. Got it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? Well, the nameplate has my name on it. Yeah, that's why I got fucked up around it. I was like, wait, that's not my room?
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates in my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed! What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how'd it break? I gotta admit, whoever threw that crystal ball has one hell of a fucking throw. So how'd it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? Does that belong to the pillars of history? What the fuck is this guy's hair? Yes. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. I was just in the laundry room. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. Thanks. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up for fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him.
No control.
There's only one person, you know, that I can think of that has that hell of a fucking throw.
Oh, yeah, I wonder who could have thrown a round object almost 30 feet.
Perfectly straight across bars and hit a button that he was aiming for.
And then also thrown a shirt about 30 feet.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like the pieces are lining up. I'm gonna talk to him real quick. If you can fucking oof. Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Yeah, we already looked. So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't try to hide suspicion on his face. Even what you say is the absolute truth. You're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? No, that doesn't seem right. We don't know what time they lined up for the nameplate switching. It was definitely after the nighttime happened. But there was like a whole like 2, almost 3.5 hours before the murder. That's 3.5 hours. Anything could have happened during then. She's dead because of me? Then it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. That's really true, Zanai. No, a lot could happen in 3.5 hours. I don't think that could have lined up. It's an option, but it's not possible. Well, it's not amazingly happening.
It's the wrong room.
No, it's the right room. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in the video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it's worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Why are the beds in the middle of the rooms? Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Who the fresh hell? Monokuma really likes despair, so he's feeding off your despair right now. I should really use to see what's on the DVD. The DVDs that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she had said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then... the voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
they fell on hard drugs. Suddenly the screen went dark. In the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Oh. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. What I had noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls, but it all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight.
Damn, that was Sayaka's, like, biggest nightmare.
Yeah, it was like literally her one
There's
fear.
simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the
Wonka.
billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Well, guess Sayaka will never know. Was that warning the video cut off? What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? I think the investigation's over.
It's trial time.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings.
After we do the class trial and succeed it, I'm going to bed.
It's a good. Yeah, it's when the chapter's over.
Red door on the first floor of the school.
The one I've passed through like all this time.
See you soon.
I'm going to bed.
Ow.
The red door on the first floor.
I'm going
That's
to
where I
bed.
should go. No, where I have to go. Oh, don't you get the save. Oh, we get the save. Alright. Here we go. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I was looking at my evidence.
He says that no matter how fast you get.
I mean, it's pretty obvious who it was. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Obviously.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Also, I still haven't figured out what to do with those numbers.
You'll see in the trial.
Yeah. I'll have to figure them out eventually.
Kinagiri's kind of like a support in the trial.
That's good. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? I can line up all the pieces I need. The numbers just didn't fit for me.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
The elevator explodes. Well, that solves our problems. Bad. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. And I raised my voice to try and give myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already in the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement.
Well, I mean, she's not part of the trial because Monokuma killed her.
I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxieties, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit. Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for everyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
I wonder if any of those things are deadly.
I have no clue. Just Republican. Alright. That's as ready as we're gonna get for our first trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Ah, yes.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
You need to shut the fuck up.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
They just stop existing.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed. I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It is up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use your mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, it will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, and have fun.
GLHF.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, you know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to refuse.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Break!
Just a second.
I'm sure you could only shoot yellow words.
Remember how my room
We'll be able to spice it up with some yellow words that
things had been
aren't
damaged. I think we can definitely
true
assume there was a
in
struggle.
future trials.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Ty, you want to raid?
Not right now.
Between who and who?
Fair enough.
We're trying to solve a murder,
Between
Marcy.
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
You need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
Again, this trial is very baby trial.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without
I
a
don't know,
doubt,
man. That
is
knife
the
wasn't
murder
in it.
weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Not really. That was some random knife.
No, that's wrong. Not that there's a knife jabbed in her. Not at all. I mean,
I
what are you
do
talking
think it
about?
was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Dude, this beat is bopping.
Yeah, Danganronpa got some pretty sick
I
beats.
guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
No fucking way.
Sort
And
of.
if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yeah, you can see the 3 metal points coming out of the handle.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Now hold on, man.
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's
Nice
the
to
point
hear,
of the
Yuri.
trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Leon, you're being very aggressive towards me.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to force everyone.
I'm sure if we
Yeah.
keep at it, something new will reveal.
She saw an easy alibi.
You really believe that?
So I can't eat a crystal ball that far. Do you see how puny he looks? She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easy to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this considers the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't focus. Sorry, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will cover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh he's a count. Okay.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
I hear that a lot, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl?
Now that's just an insult.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who...
So there's like no point to be an accomplice.
Yeah, there's no point in doing it together because even if you both stab the one person, whoever lands the killing blow is blackened.
Sounds like the accomplice is like, yeah, I helped him. I was there.
There's just no point.
Yeah, it kind of just ruins it.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Yeah, basically.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know...
You beat them with their fist and they bleed out. You're considered to do the final blow.
Whoever punched her last, I guess.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Cool.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
Oh shit.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure...
Unit has said very little. We appreciate that Unit has not said anything much.
Right. But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Lesbian.
Oh shit.
I was so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Fuck, you're right.
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate
Hot.
regulations?
I mean, to be honest, wouldn't you want Sakura to protect you too?
Oh shit.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms.
That's the whole point of us switching rooms.
Stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Taka.
Unwholesome.
Taka.
But I'm a girl.
You lesbian. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Where's my cool Yori emote?
Then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Why did you admit this?
Person did come to the dining hall while we
What?
were there.
Why did they admit this evidence of another person being in the dining hall?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, I was you, Togami.
Well, because they're not.
Ah, I see.
Sayaka.
Someone is not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Monokuma.
Oh shit. I mean, it has to be Sayaka at this point.
I mean, who else could it be?
Yeah.
Obviously, Monokuma, right?
Yeah.
Then
Sayaka's...
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
But why?
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just
Damn,
went
you
straight
didn't
to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Hello?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
See? He did do it after all.
Too bad, not too bad.
You're wrong.
Just finishing this altar before...
And send us all off in the wrong
I
direction.
need
Let's have
one
to
more.
it.
I need one more power bonus, and then I'm finally at plus 20 for this season.
Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer.
Oh my god, these guys are so bad.
Deco.
Alright, I'm heading to my
If
server.
Jane did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You can't be that bad. You can't be that fucking vague about it. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Thank God that name fits. As scenes events further a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to introduce the phrase from the letters flying around to the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use mouse aim. Suffer damage from an influence gauge. Reach 0 or run out of time and fail. Okay. Should have been a scene, but wasn't. That was must be a crucial point. Alright, let me shoot some fucking letters. 4 letters. Here. Did I fucking miss? I have to click multiple times, huh? Done. They just have health bars for the letters, huh?
Reps to go. Bye, guys.
Alright, later,
That's
Rashi.
right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
But does it?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
I want to see him fucking yeet the body into the incinerator 30 feet away. Like, that would have been fucking impressive.
Very true.
Yay.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Someone used my fucking lint roller.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
And that means...
Precisely.
Keep the unit into
Beyond
the
reason to
incinerator.
believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
I much rather think you can pick him up.
Again, I don't think he'd fit in the incinerator.
I think, first of all, you try picking him up is not going to work.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Well, yeah, someone used my fucking lint roller.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
I'll roll him there.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Alright, we fitting the numbers in now, boys?
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Fucking doorknob, yeah. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Yeah.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
This guy sounds like Kirito.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
No, someone please look this up. Is Kirito's voice actor the same as Makoto? Like...
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Why would he?
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
It is the same voice on
Alright, cool.
You still don't see?
played Kirito
Okay,
and
then.
Aaron.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
It's also the voice of
Hopefully that will
Nagito
help you
Komaeda,
understand.
one of the other Danganronpa series.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I also didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? A bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. No matter how many weak spots is essentially only one lie contradiction in that debate. To say it's not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. You gotta repeat what they said, but you also lower your trust with Aaron, and you're supposed to allow to take damage. 0, you fail. Your logic determined, yeah. This is a midnight logic, so I'd have to be somewhat logical. Bathroom door frame, okay.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
You can just let it run,
They
it'll
got into the
repeat.
bathroom.
That's 10 minutes of waiting.
The killer had to try and bust.
That one is incorrect.
Maybe you can't lock the bathroom doors. At least it's the first trial.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky
24-hour stream. I'm not gonna stream for 24 hours today. I actually went outside and was social. I could not stream 24 hours today if I wanted to. The act of going outside and being social is too much for my body to handle.
That's not lucky at all.
Like, before I started the stream, I was like, man, I'm really fucking tired. I'm considering not streaming.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Switched.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime they didn't know was the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Fuck off, Yamada.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Jesus, guys.
Majority rules?
That's a, like, a what? A 1 in 13 chance of getting it right?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we're next
technically
on the
like...
line here. Someone seriously
had-
needs to do something. For serious.
It's a 1 in 12 chance because they all know Makoto didn't do it. And
Yeah.
Sayaka and Junko are dead, so
1 in 12, which I don't like those chances. I'm gonna be real.
pretty not the best chances. So.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yeah, I'll be real. I haven't figured that one out either.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
They designed not to.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me?
Fuck off, Yamada.
Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... There we go. Yamada just like, shut it.
Already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Ashley won't open it, otherwise what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through,
I can't wait till Yamada dies.
open the door for anyone.
You do die soon.
What
Not
if
too
her
soon,
being
though.
scared
I
was a
apologize.
lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me.
Please, Kyoko,
Can you
tell me.
still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Ah, wonderful. That's really how it should work. Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation...
Yamada, we really need you to shut the fuck up.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Sure.
Very well then.
Midwest
Pay
accent.
attention.
It's pretty cute.
That's makes the argument. Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words,
Missed it,
someone
rep.
did read the note,
We go back around, boys.
they would not have any connection to what happened.
We go back around, boys.
It certainly would seem that way.
Now, Makoto, I know.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got...
Does the house be a nightmare? Yeah, it looks like it'd be a fucking nightmare.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yeah, it fucked me up for a bit. It was like, wait a minute.
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
I was under the very much belief that she was afraid.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we'd switched rooms. Sayaka. Me! I did it!
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yeah, it's not like anyone could overhear it. They're soundproof for a reason.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the room wrong, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Okay.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken was a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Yeah, it should be this one.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened to my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. I guess the non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, I'll start letting multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder, choose which bullet to fire. Or you can use the mouse wheel. Logically set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. Logically was set to me just for this purpose. With short teeth, knife set, reckless sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, I want to switch it. So the first one will be sheath, because the sheath was used first.
I think that the reason the sword would break her wrist was because someone grabbed the blade and pushed it break her.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
When the fighting broke out,
There he comes down.
the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
I have a guess, but I don't want to influence.
You can guess, because I'm going off my theories too.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Well, you can choose whether or not to guess. And I mean, Ty can just not look at the chat if he doesn't want to.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
The only thing that is not okay is if you just spoil things.
Yeah, if you like know guaranteed what it was, don't say it.
Something sharp.
But if your guess is like uncannily accurate and this is like your first time watching it, that's fine.
Something sharp. You mean like the
What is Sayako's original murder, but then the charges have been tabled? That is what I was thinking too.
I don't know shit.
because that guess was so close to mine, I'll say that this was the perfect murder gone wrong, just because she chose the wrong target. So, Sayaka switches in Makoto. Sayaka sends the note over to Mr. Baseball Boy, grabs the knife in preparation, switches nameplates. After the whole fight went down, Sayaka tries to stab Mr. Baseball Boy. Whirl the tongs, stab! Baseball Boy comes in. She goes for a slash, misses, and they sneak with the sword, but then defends himself with the sheath, and then she got stabbed in the bathroom. You can think that. They could be there, because we're just guessing before I continue on. She goes for a stab, misses, or just, yeah, probably just a miss. He goes and runs over for the sword, because that's the first thing he sees. Fights in self-defense. Breaks her wrist, and after breaking her wrist, she drops the knife from her right hand. And at this point, that's as far as I can guess. Because if this had gone like perfectly, the way that if Sayaka was a murderer, if it had gone perfectly, she could just switched it back again. Just switch the nameplates back in, nothing happened. It wasn't her fault. All lines up on Makoto.
Again, I won't say anything.
That's
I already
fine.
know the answer.
Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with
Oh, XX Slime Rocks, XX Slime Rocks followed. Thanks for the follow. The notification didn't go off, but thank you.
in that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
I mean, if you take the sword from her, there's no point. You can just go for the stabs.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you want to use a sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? Her palms. I would not imagine you trying to hold a sword with your wrist. You just fucking bend your wrist to hold it. It's like, can't get it on my palms, guys, sorry.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
We knew, the sword, you pick up the sword, you get fucking gold all over it.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Well, you've never played Risky Stabby. Can't say I have, huh? Sorry.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Especially after fucking dying.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped.
Who the fuck washes their hands when they're escaping into the bathroom?
Try to teach the rules.
Let's try and teach the rules. Do not teach Rune Meta how to play Risky Stabby.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Toko, that's not what we bring into a court case.
No, that's not it at all.
Takes me for it. Toko down.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because that talks about what happens. The water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
I feel bad for her.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Why does he need to pee in the middle of the night?
Toko, what? What? Girl!
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Girl!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Okay, too full.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway,
She's a prodigal writer.
You dumbass smells.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. That's right. Then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka.
I got it!
Sayaka?
Even Makoto's confused.
But
He just doesn't want to believe it was her.
Yeah. I wasn't too connected with Sayaka. She wasn't very... I did like her as a character. But I wasn't so connected that I doubt that she wouldn't murder. Especially since that was her literal nightmare. She saw her literal nightmare on the DVD. She was desperate. She wanted the perfect murder setup and everything.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
How are these cases? I usually thought we'd be done by now. We're probably getting close to the end.
Fucking hot minute.
They're like piecing all the pieces together at this point.
Right, so like, Oz, if you want to know, I'm on chapter 2, and I had played the game for like 11 hours.
We're 6 hours in, by the way. For this, we're about a little bit, maybe about 5 hours 30 minutes into this game, and we're on the first chapter.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Which would have been Makoto's.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted.
She's an ass while she did that. That's complete though.
Guess I
And
could
by
have it.
committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
How rude.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Yeah, that's why she's dead.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they...
Well, you all fucking hated me the second they told him to switch rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
He liked her too much.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she's...
He's a simp. In this case, yes, we can say he was.
Holy shit!
Simp is...
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Yeah, it was a perfect murder gone wrong.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack.
I mean, good on Baseball Boy, which at this point I'm
honestly,
assuming.
he could have just left, though.
Yeah.
He didn't have to kill her.
But I mean, like, good on Baseball Boy. He fucking won a knife with a blunt sword. Like, that's impressive in its own right, really.
So honestly, he could have avoided getting caught if he had, when she ran into the bathroom, he had just fucking left. And
Yeah.
someone. is why you always call the police.
Or just leave to your own locked room where no one else can get in.
The tables were suddenly turned on her.
Yes, the tables were turned.
Hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on. That can't be true.
Makoto, come on, man. You pieced this all together.
Because...
Come on, man. I don't want to truce bullet you.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
That'd be very unfortunate, wouldn't it?
Where's my ass?
Yeah, we gotta decide who
Could have
really
she
did
did.
it.
Still simping. Yeah, come on, man.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Mr. Crystal Ball.
We can't uncover who murdered Sayaka. It's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing. Yes, there is.
Some clues stupid.
Come on, Makoto. Goddamn. Dying mess. I haven't pieced anything together for this, so. Good luck.
What do you need help? I'll tell you.
I've got 10 minutes to figure it out. Yeah.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we found up to
I just want to take a second because my eyes and my brain is tired of shit. I'm just gonna shoot the first bullet, and then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna shoot the second one. Wait, really? I got it immediately.
You're doing the first trial.
We're just finishing it, and then I'm gonna head off.
We're almost done.
Cause you know it's 12:35.
Kai doesn't know what the numbers are.
Oh yeah, I never figured out the numbers. So I'm just gonna shoot them all.
Wait, what?
I never pieced the numbers together.
That Sayaka wrote behind her.
I never pieced the numbers together.
One clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
It was the one thing I couldn't piece together. Everything else fell together, not the numbers.
How did you not figure that part out?
It's if you're doing it for the first time, keep calling it numbers, you kind of won't.
I was like thinking, is like, am I supposed to flip it around? Am I inverting it in my mind?
Just like, take your screen, look at it, and then flip your whole entire head upside down.
She wrote something on the wall behind 110.
Now look at it upside down. What does it say?
Her own blood. There must
I
be a
don't know
clue
if
about
it's
the
a
killer
stupid
hidden in
thing
there.
or
What
a
is it?
smart thing.
Leon.
What does it say when you look at it upside
But
down?
I
Leon.
figured that part out.
What does it say, Ty?
It's Leon. So, I was flipping it upside down. But the thing is,
I didn't get it for like.
I ignored the very small strip where the blood cut out.
Yeah.
The pink blood.
It looks like Noel.
Like Noel.
If you read it inverted, yes.
Yeah, if you
If you read it
knew that was an N, then you would have been like, well, it looks like something weird.
Yeah. For me, it was just like, I'm looking at it upside down, but it looks like you fucked up hello.
Does say Leon.
It looks like you fucked up hello.
Big brain, big brain.
Before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Do I need to have this clue again? I've used this clue like, what, 3 times? Was it left index? Yeah.
I mean, we're just talking about different
Her
parts of
left
her.
index
Yeah.
finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
It's 12:37. I can't logic.
She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it.
Well, let's be real. She had actually really decent handwriting for using her left hand.
Yeah.
Wow, she was dying.
She's using her left hand while she's dying and writing upside down.
That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
Very impressive.
What the heck do those numbers mean? 1.
Don't worry, Owie, I'm with you right there.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever.
I need a sleep schedule that doesn't involve 3 a.m. That sounds like during summer. I don't do that during like a short break.
No, that's not. Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Keep in mind, I didn't go anywhere near the hint of the programmer. I didn't go with the programmer hint because I knew it was a fucking false hint. Because programming languages don't have anything to do with anything past ones and zeros.
Fujisaki be making me so sad.
Because, like, there's ones and zeros are the normal things. That's for binary. Then there's ASCII and other stuff, which involve letters. You're not going to get something with that.
Of course.
Hello,
It's because they're
hexadecimal.
non-numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Indeed.
Yeah, and if it makes you feel bad now,
These first two,
your favorite character, guys, Hifumi, is figuring this out.
Don't worry about it.
Hifumi got your back.
Thanks, Hifumi.
The connecting line is
See, I'm with you, Chihiro. I didn't see the connecting line. It blurred out in my eyes at that point.
looking at it now. You could also read it as an
No, yeah, but she spelled that out really well for using her left hand while bleeding out.
I hate that he makes it.
Whoa, you might have finally just
That
said
he makes
something
the
worth a
face.
shit.
Why, Himata? Why? It's just his face.
I'm gonna get cut past you, dude, sorry.
N037
Epic.
doesn't make any more sense than before.
No,
Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Thanks.
See, like, Kirigiri could just solve it from the beginning, but, like...
She really just
no,
wanted to make sure
she's-
Makoto
she-
got through his sixth goal that
She do be the
he got
tutorial,
duped.
though. She do
Hey,
be
Casey.
the tutorial.
Look, she really wanted to get through Makoto's skull, and it's like, dude, she was not as innocent as you thought.
But she does it for the rest of the trial. She's like your
Now I
help.
see.
Yeah.
She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Guys, can't you all flip the image upside down?
Because I remember, when I first saw this scene, I was pretty annoyed that everyone was like, "Oh, Naegi did it. Oh, Naegi did it. Oh, Naegi did it."
They were all basing that one piece of evidence off of the fact that
Please sit for the smart girl, Makoto. It'll do you well.
Was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
imagine you're Leon here,
L-E-O-N,
his
or
fucking
more
stuff
accurately,
made.
Leon.
Sorry.
What the hell are you talking about? It's
You
just a
got dumb dumb.
coincidence.
Like Leon to be honest. I feel bad for him a little bit. Like
This was not. He should not have died here. He should not be executed here.
he killed her himself.
Yeah, this really shouldn't count, but.
He could have just fucking left and gotten someone, and then they could have pinned her down because you know she's not very strong.
She wrote that
Yeah.
message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
Which is pretty impressive.
And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her,
When I
it
found
ends
out
up
that
getting
Leon
flipped.
was the killer, I was like, no, he had the best design.
It's like the numbers completely flew past me, but all the other clues helped me figure out it's him.
That's why I kept saying when you were like, I don't know what the numbers mean. I was like, don't worry, you'll understand during
Yeah.
the trial. Don't worry about it.
For some reason, that was one of the first things I noticed.
You were just like, oh, it's Leon. Aw.
Yeah, because like the other things like feasted together. It's like, oh, who else could fucking yeet a crystal ball 30 feet that accurately?
Dang, I'm crying.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Aoi has best design though. Says Oz says I like Aoi's design. She's really pleasant to look at.
The
Yeah.
evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
If you're talking about the burnt shirt sleeve, Kyoko.
She's really just nice to look at, like as a character.
That's the one that has the same voice as Morgana, right?
She's the swimmer one.
Yeah. I really like the character.
Aoi has
She's
beams.
adorable.
Has boobs.
She does indeed.
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
For some reason, I don't know why she's
As the
moving so
killer stabbed
fast.
Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her
She needs to be able to float to swim well.
Her jacket is
To
fly as
dispose of the
fuck,
shirt
and
covered in
boobs
the
are just the
victim's
plus.
blood, threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean,
Where'd she get that
Leon's
jacket? I
not the
want
only one wearing a white
Is it just a red track jacket?
it. Just yeah, I think it's just a red track jacket.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts.
I like Leon's shirt, like his actual shirt, not the jacket. But the jacket's cool too.
Yeah.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to. You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, you could have just said something, Kitty. You don't have to make the dumb figure on. Jeez.
How is disposed of?
Yeah.
It's like there's not. Kiri is like off.
The shirt was disposed of.
Like, how are you so fucking stupid? Like, you have the answer, you dumb, and you're just like, just give me the answer.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
She wants him to stop being average.
You can't reach the incinerator without
He
opening
had
the
to
gate
eat
in front
that
of the
shirt.
trash room. Right?
Yeah, he literally had to eat his shirt.
And
the
obviously,
ultimate
you wouldn't be able
detective,
to
not
hit the
the- not
switch
the
to turn it
ultimate
on
average.
either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was.
Oh wait,
the
was he
person
the
on cleaning
ultimate
duty.
bad luck? I don't remember.
It's kind of both.
Maggie? He's like the ultimate, like, hope or something.
So the killer had to be
Yeah.
whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Well, yeah, at this point, he's the ultimate
Interesting.
Right now, he's just the ultimate. kind
Well,
of
if only
dude
Yamato was
who's
the one who
hit on
murdered
that
it.
purple-haired girl, but like, I don't know.
Also, I remember when I was watching the Bittersweet Gamers play this, they were basically making fun of him, saying he was the ultimate person to say, huh?
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty.
Huh? Because it's like the
And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
No.
Makoto, stop asking questions. This is obvious. Stop saying huh.
Huh?
So stupid.
The key to the trash room.
Makoto is a bit stupid.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could
She's
get
the
to the
first person in the
incinerator was
conversation to go,
the person in charge of the trash?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. I think I shot the right one.
No,
I
wrong.
kind of zoned out through like the first half of that debate.
You're lucky that the first half wasn't the one happy.
I know. That's how sleep affects me. I zone out so hard, I forget what I'm doing.
He zoned back in, was like, oh, that's the answer. There we go.
I zoned back in as soon as Toko just finished talking. Like, I saw the text for a second, I was like, oh, wait, what? What are we talking about?
you were like, oh yeah, I'm doing Danganronpa.
Thank goodness Leon gave me enough context to know what we were talking about.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Enemies.
Yes, you could. If you use this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a
Oh god, he's
crystal
cool.
ball,
Sakura.
but,
But how would you use it?
She lesbian.
The killer had to use the glass bowl in a certain way, which was throw it.
Sakura, oh, you're 100%.
Kuroko's basket, that shit.
And threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
There's no chances of them getting it to turn her off, after all.
Through that sort of gap in the gate?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wonder if it's done it.
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Fumi had the key,
Someone
So
has to
the
have a
only
good
way the
throw to
incinerator
get
could have been turned on
that
without his
accurately.
knowledge
I wonder who could
was because the killer was able to
they
hit the
probably
switch
have the best
without
throw.
opening the gate.
And the fact
Once
that
they
the
got
thing
the
that he threw was
incinerator going,
circular.
all they had to do
And
was
that he
turn
only
those
would really need to
dials.
throw a fastball.
More, I'm just impressed that he managed to tie his shirt in a fucking knot and throw
And
it
yeet it over.
It's fucking impressive. Like,
yeah.
If it was a basketball player, I'd have more doubt, because that's kind of hard to hit a 30-foot in basketball, much comparative to the 90 miles per hour fast. Compared to like a 90-mile-per-hour fastball from a baseball player.
Hey, come on!
I was just wanting you to die.
We really do just want Yamada to die, let's be real.
Look at the scene to know that the killer
Which
never
one's
actually
Yamada?
went
Oh,
inside
the fat one, the
trash
fanfic writer.
Smut writer.
The shards of broken glass.
Oz
the
is not a
incinerator
fan of
left running,
his.
No one is in this current playthrough.
I mean, I feel a little bad for him, like for a second when he dies.
would have been taken care
But
of
like,
much more thoroughly.
no, I already
No,
told
she
him
she
that.
told me a while ago, and I was very much relieved at the news.
Because he hated him so much. He was I hope he dies, and I was like, yeah, he does. And I was like, yes, yes. I didn't tell him what happened when he died.
We just know that he dies, and that's all I need.
Considering like there's so many characters, there's a lot of chapters.
Yeah, it's like
people die in some chapters. Like honestly, telling someone that someone dies is not the biggest spoiler.
yeah, it's not the worst.
Like it's a pretty high probability that someone is.
If you tell me how they die and who kills them,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
a
not gonna tell
huge
you how
spoiler.
he dies.
Wait,
The best part is the bittersweet gamers have the opposite opinion of him.
That is a good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's one of those really like.
He's a hit or miss character.
Yeah, you either like him or you hate him. No in between.
The distance from the gate to the
The
incinerator
cat face
has
they
to
didn't
be at
like.
least
I don't like the cat
30
face.
feet,
I feel like if you had
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that
It was
far
less
and
that they
hit something
didn't
that
like him.
small.
He's a natural at baseball, Chihiro.
Someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Would you like to throw a fastball straight to like a certain dot, Leon, to show us?
he would just fake it.
Yeah.
Be like,
It's like, whoops, sorry guys, I missed.
I don't think so. Because the killer is.
And for it all for the killer, because the fanfic creator.
honestly, if Oz was playing this playthrough, he would
Because the
definitely.
killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right?
The only reason I'm still up is because I'm interested, and my eyes are still listening to me.
Yup.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound
Oz
right
would
now?
have just killed everyone just so he could kill.
A target 30 feet away would surely
He's
be
like, I'll
big
die
enough
to kill you
challenge
with
for
me.
the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious.
I'm worth.
I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly
Don't do this. It is currently 12:52, Kyoko.
And with that, we can end this.
Don't make me review anything.
Just makes you put like a little comic together.
I'm not remembering anything about this case.
I like putting the comics together. That's my favorite part of the trial.
Yeah, I always thought that was the cool part.
But all the
Mm,
questions
It's
have
like
been
all the
answered,
putting all the
and the
pieces
truth has been
together.
revealed.
Yeah, but
Here's what
spelling
happened.
the words are terrible.
I hate spelling the words.
Clothing hour is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. I assume basically everybody dies because they have too much character.
Yeah, his tongue is pierced. Yeah.
There's at least one last element of closing argument. Complete summary, flow of events from the comic book.
He's like a hard
Sorry,
metal
number of
rocker. He
pieces.
wants to be a musician.
Complete the comic using the provided truth panels.
He wanted to be a musician.
Get a hint. Cool.
The music people killed each other.
That's funny.
Gosh. Is it for the next panel? It's like this first panel right here?
Yeah, they
It's
want
from
you
right to left.
You can scroll the mouse wheel to get more.
Okay, cool.
What happened first?
Oh, wow, that is janked as all hell. Would it be this one?
You know, creating a comic book section is probably a lot easier than you think.
Yeah, you'd suppose. Did I mess up the order? No, looks fine. We have 20 minutes to do this?
Yeah, they give you a good amount of time to do it.
Yeah, they do.
In case you fall asleep with your keyboard.
Or if I mess up because I can't logic. I mean, so far I seem to be going with Kirigiri, so.
I think Asahina is best girl.
Kirigiri is Kyoko, right?
Yeah, Kyoko.
Yeah. I also vote that she is best girl.
I would have a different answer, but you know. Here
I'd assume it's spoilers, so you might want to PM her, right?
Yeah, I'll just.
It says Ally best girl. Forbidden Tic Tac.
Just you know. Incorrect.
Aww.
Very cute, but incorrect. It can't be best girl.
Uh-huh. Honestly, you haven't told him that part.
Of course not.
Good.
It's a good part to figure out.
Oh, wait, did I sort them all? Did I do it?
Yeah, I think you
better
did.
take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in.
Oh,
In
best
other
girl.
words,
I'm glad you
my
agree with me on this.
From what we can tell,
I think it's pretty torn.
Sayaka invited that
If
person
people you
there
like who's best
intending
girl,
to
I'm pretty
kill
sure it's torn between Kyoko and Aoi for best girl.
I mean, at least I understand why Sayaka wanted to kill.
Yeah, she just. I mean, you're not wrong.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Yeah, if she would have been like behind the door, she probably could have gotten there.
Yeah. Or, you know, hid like the sword. In a way, she kind of fucked herself over.
Because she missed, yeah.
I mean, that and the, you know, the sword. So I was like, yeah, you should probably keep that sword.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
I think you can skip it though.
No.
Oh, never mind.
It's cool.
During the struggle,
You can't skip it, but you can fast forward through it.
Yeah.
and that's
And then
when
you
she
miss
lost
a
her
lot of
grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it.
I mean, at least Sayaka had a temporary emergency option, but I don't think it'll last her for several hours.
Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
Honestly, I
So
forget a
instead,
lot
the
of
killer
first
forced the
round.
door open.
Ah, that's fine.
And I can't watch it because it's not letting me.
And stabbed Sayaka.
Oh, that's just Leon going in, stabbing her. She wrote his name.
But with what strength she had
And then
remaining,
Leon freaking out and
Sayaka
people
left a
still
dying
thinking, oh
message.
yeah, maybe it's not him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could have just stopped. He could have just stopped trying to kill her when she went into the bathroom. Like, he didn't have to kill her. So, I mean, like,
But he wanted to.
do you think he kind of saw his opportunity and killed?
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
He was probably like, wow, I can get out of here and become my own music career thing.
Because, I mean, like, they both... That was, like, a perfect murder for either one.
Soundproof rooms.
I mean, not only that. Sayaka had, like, the perfect setup for a perfect murder to be pinned on Makoto.
True.
It just went really unlucky.
But even while, like, okay, the thing that kind of annoyed me was, friggin' Leon was in the back, just like, freaking out, and people were still thinking, oh, I think Naegi did it. I was like, but he's right there.
First, they took off
Literally
their
having a
shirt,
panic attack at that point. I don't understand.
Could they stop trying to kill each other there? They could have. They could have stopped trying to kill each other. But they didn't.
I have a headcanon that Kyoko knows exactly what happens at the start of each thing and is like, oh, y'all just idiots.
Kyoko just actually has the ultimate clairvoyance.
I think she does know. I think she just knows. She figures out all the clues. She knows what happens at the beginning of each trial. She's just like, I'm gonna lead you through this. I'm gonna tell you nothing.
I want to see if you do it right.
Like a supportive
If you do it wrong, I'm still gonna let us all die anyways.
Yeah. Because I really just don't care.
No, Kyoko steps in when things aren't going the right way.
Yeah, but like if
She
you get
steps in to give Naegi a hint.
if you do get it super wrong, you do die. But like, I mean, you don't die. You just restart the trial over. Oh, I'm watching Chuck It.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left
I like
in
to
the
think that
laundry room.
Makoto just drew all this. He's just drawing it, and he's like checking out.
He's just really quickly sketching. It's like, someone hand me a crayon!
Exactly, just stick figures. That's
Yeah.
what Makoto sees in his head.
For any normal person,
This is his imagination versus what he's showing them.
but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
Oh, I just remembered. I just remembered another character.
I'm just so impressed at how he just tied it in a knot and yeeted it that far.
Yeah.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator.
Oh
The killer
yeah,
didn't
I'm
notice
excited for
this,
that too.
and so left behind a piece of indisputable.
You guys are just gonna be. You guys are just marveling at my first run of my first ever
Yeah,
playthrough of
that's why
Danganronpa.
that's why I wanted to watch it, even though everyone was like, you should go to it. And I was like, no, I'm gonna watch it. figure
Shouldn't
it
the
out.
shirt ball weigh down the rest and be pushed in the incinerator? Oh, the sleeves were really long.
It's so interesting watching people who haven't played it at all ever, like, figuring it out, because it's just so interesting.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Cool, we did it.
It would appear that
And like,
Hero
see the
simply
most
forgot
brutal
his crystal ball in
execution
the
out
laundry
of like
room.
all.
Oh yeah.
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
The execution scenes have always been
So,
like,
Leon, do you
I don't know,
object
like
to anything
somewhat
that's been said?
satisfying to me, but also kind of scary.
Yeah, Leon's is definitely.
Isn't this day one, or am I wrong? This is like the 5th day of the game, but like it's the first chapter.
It's like a it's like a less than a weekend.
Yeah, and someone already tried murdering because the motive was pretty big for this first murder. Well, at least the first part of the murder.
It's like a pretty good motive.
Yeah, she had a huge motive. It's a shame she'll never know now. We have the evidence.
Evidence is everywhere.
Evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge.
This entire trial was about the evidence.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
Oh yes, Kyoko, are you gonna have the final nail in the coffin?
Makoto.
What? I have this evidence? Why would I have this evidence? It's 1 AM. I have the evidence? Well, bullet time battle.
Yeah, this is the rhythm part of the game.
You want me to 1v1?
Oh, this.
You want me to have rhythm?
I always
I just forgot about this.
I'm so bad at this part. I barely passed Leon's, I'm gonna be honest.
Statements in time was the rhythm. With each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Launch and phone statement. Sorry, was it hold right click or was it just press right click? To lock on.
I'll be honest, I'm super bad at this part. So.
This is the problem. I was so tired. I was reading it. I read it twice over to make sure I got it. And I still didn't remember.
I think...
So, we'll wing it for like the first one if it doesn't work. The enough damage your opponent, the respawn statement will appear. When you press the left mouse to shoot it down with a truce bullet, like any other statement. If there's a statement fast enough, you'll come down victorious. If you reach 0, or you run out of time, you fail. Okay.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could it have been?
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Ah, I see.
He's so rude.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
I'm sure the voice actor had a fun time saying that.
Started feeling a little less bad for him when he kept calling me.
I had to show indisputable evidence that Leon's the killer. I need to figure it out. Oh god, keeping rhythm. My stupid space. All the text is spaced weird on this.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Yeah, you can get in it now. Kyle, what can you do?
Not a chance. You lied. Shut up.
Why would you make me play rhythm games this late? The notes are blurring together.
The notes always blur together for me when I play this match.
They don't blur together when I'm awake, but they blur together when I'm tired.
I feel like you'd enjoy this game a lot more if it were daytime.
He'd be like, the notes keep blurring together, I can't do it. Still on a 60 count streak.
It's barely... So, the fun fact about me is, whenever I'm super focused or whenever I'm super zoned out, my eyes naturally blur together. So, the fun fact, if I'm hella focused or if I'm hella zoned out, I go cross-eyed. So I'm used to seeing things normally when I'm cross-eyed. So, even if they're like blurring together and I'm cross-eyed, I can still see it somewhat. I can still hit notes. But if you're telling me to aim at notes and actually hit to the rhythm, that's too much brain power at 1 AM and cross-eyedness. So it's the whole problem with me playing rhythm games if I'm trying to stream. It won't happen because I'm so hyper-focused, I can't look away and look at chat.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
Makoto, I have no fucking clue. What could they use to remove screws?
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
No, they just kicked the fucking door.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room has clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
They could like sewed her back together.
But he fucking left the room, got a screwdriver, came back and killed him.
Yeah. He could use a knife to undo the screws. He could have. Just like...
Like he had all that fucking time to think about not killing her and just waking her.
He was like, maybe I could just not. I could just go to sleep. And this is fine.
Then he was like, nope.
Yeah.
No, my music was...
Then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Whose toolkit? Huh?
Stupid, stupid, stupid! It had to be their very own tool.
Okay, I was like, you want me to reason this? Because it's kind of obvious.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
He's still shouting it, huh?
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else,
Okay, Liz, I'm gonna make a
explain
confession.
exactly when, where,
I didn't
and
actually
And
get
let me
past the
say
third
this
trial
right
yet.
I lost it isn't
Which
an
one's
excuse
third
at this point.
I think that's when.
You might want to message that. Stupid Owo.
The sad one or the double one? You know he's just sad.
What the fuck is happening on my screen? This isn't some weird acid trip that's happening
I think
from
that is
sleep
what that is.
deprivation, right?
No, that's just he's real. I know mostly what happens
So,
in like all the
you have
trials.
no
'Cause I did
rebuttal?
watch the anime, like. So.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Because it's a completely blind run, this would probably be like one of the few games I'll finish on stream. Because well, I do stream games I've finished before, but I don't usually end up finishing them because I get bored. But these games, I'm completely blind and I have no idea what's happening. I'll probably end up finishing them on stream.
Pretty interesting.
It's the same way why I finished Fire Emblem Three Houses, Silver Snow, on stream, because that was my first time beating a Fire Emblem. Sorry, one of the Fire Emblem Three Houses routes. Oh, the acid trip's back.
Yeah, he's just having a major panic attack.
Cool.
The second one's so sad.
Medals. I can give gifts to people.
So red.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to
When I
cast our
executed.
votes?
We're 6 hours in. Straight A student.
Oh, I remember when the Bittersweet Gaming split this, they were like, wait, that's not pink.
Just to remind you all,
It's just to show you how like fucking severe and serious not.
triple sure
You're going
you
to
vote
fucking
for
die.
someone. You wouldn't want to be
Also,
punished
did you
for
know that his
something
name
so
literally
minor.
means monochrome bear?
It was
Like,
very
Mono's just
creative.
a short version of monochrome, and Kuma is bear. And I was just like, really? That's your name?
You're lying.
It's what you are?
Red eye. That's not monochrome.
So it's got pink as part of its blush.
It's a fucking lie.
What's it gonna be? What's it
unit.
gonna be?
Unit. I was gonna vote for unit.
I'm happy. I have not had to voice that much at all since we started the trial.
You don't actually vote. Everyone just is like, he did it. So.
Wow.
Yay, congrats, you're guilty.
With flowers and everything.
Congrats, you're dead. Congrats, you're dead.
Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. The Blacken in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
F.
Ah, the acid trap.
F in the chat.
Huh? That's just one less voice I have to use for him. Hold on a second. Leon. Leon, did you really kill
Press F in the
Sayaka?
chat for the Pokemon champion. Oh wait, wrong game.
I don't believe it. Son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
See, I felt bad for him. I didn't have a choice. Until he.
It was kill or be killed.
Went out of his
So that's why I killed her first. One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here.
Died. R.I.P. random dude.
It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death?
Yeah.
Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But, even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. Looks like Yamada has Celestine's there. I see it.
No, it doesn't.
I see it. I can't say she was wrong. After all, I'm the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that is most important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant.
Go.
And that's why, Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
that wasn't voice acted last time as far as I remember. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Bless you, by the way. Bless you.
I have love.
Boy, howdy. The entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Try hard, I'll ask why. Bless you, my grandpa died. Oh. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that.
Makoto did say he would let her kill him.
Yeah.
So, like, this is basically it. So.
All of it. Everything. It's all your fault! Suddenly, in a frenzy, I had lunch at Monokuma. But
That's enough.
as angry as I was, Kyoko lashed into my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure to leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it! Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment you did. Now then, since he so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment?
Oh boy.
You mean execution?
That's a new face.
I think what's gonna happen.
Wait a second.
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you, or did you not, use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon's solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him! What? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation. The mastermind! Stop simping, she did. Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, It's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world.
Psychos had a good motive. The second murder has a good motive, and the third one has a good motive too. They all have pretty solid motives.
Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what Era's been waiting for! The punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
John, this sounds so insane. In another
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No.
Ball face. Alright, let's see it. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
These scenes I always thought were like really cool, but at the same time very scary.
Oh.
Scary and he's dying.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going far.
The way that they made them is really cool.
Especially the way that Leon dies. It's the scariest.
Wait. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, Leon dies pretty brutally.
Is that a Gatling gun of baseballs?
Oh yeah, it is.
The 1,000 blows? Jesus fuck yeah. Jesus Christ! The music's a fucking bop, but my lord, we have to watch this execution?
His is the worst. His blood is red. It is just like to point out the severity of what's happening right now. Feels bad, man.
Hot damn!
Oh, I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna type it too.
That's a lot of fucking home runs. Blackbird Twitch, thanks for dropping by. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it? Oh, so that's where the baseball comes from. Man, my adrenaline's pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. Well, that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. What if it is to tell the prayer before you turn to stone? My eyes are up here. No. Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us? Evil? You make me sound like I'm some kind of dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit! I know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground! You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world. Being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever? What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before. Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all. When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some for the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by nightmare turned reality. I'm not gonna have nightmares, but goddamn, it is so late that bed's gonna feel amazing. Even after he was gone. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Aaron just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. You ever get a good frame? I got a good enough frame. The Twin X... all I got with a twin frame, even though the mattress is Twin XL. It works. It gets the job done. And I'm too lazy to get a different frame. Scared of being alone.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Yes, we finished the trial. You can go to bed. I'm gonna... as soon as we hit the save point.
Now they're all like, oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Good night.
Night. Catch you later. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk for you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out. Yeah, considering how stupid Makoto is.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Yeah, just... Fuck Junko. She's dead out in the gym. No one really cleaned it up.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the other would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? That's... Junko's fine. Yeah, she got stabbed a couple times. That's... I can never do that. She got Julius Caesared.
Oh my gosh.
Except not by friends. Or by literally any other person. Just by Monokuma. I can never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How can I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka... I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry them memories with me whenever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How'd you know I want to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. She died by Julius Caesar syndrome. Sir, she was stabbed. Yes, that's what's said. And that's the end of Chapter 1, To Survive. Surviving students, 12.
Kyoko and Makoto are OTP.
I got an item. The Despair Bat. Ah, fun. Now sleep, forehead. I gotta save first. Oh, wow, what do you know? 1 is the loneliest number. Is that Chapter 1 completed? Yep. Alright. We're gonna head off. It is 1:30 in the morning as I'm finishing this. I feel like before I stream, I need to, like, next time I stream, I need to add an overlay in, like, the bottom left corner of the stream, just so people know what time it is for me. What's the fucking... There it is.
By the way, this is daylight saving time tonight, I think.
Alright.
Like 2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m.
Well, either way, it should have just failed to save. That'd be very unfortunate if it failed to save. I'd have to go through the entire game. That whole 6 hours that we spent on this. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream. If you liked it, hit that follow button to be notified of all my future streams. And if you want to support me, you can check out the panels down below to donate. Or you can look right next to the follow button to hit the subscribe button. You can use Twitch Prime if you felt like it. And if you're still on Twitch, check the panels down below for my YouTube link. That'll take you to my YouTube channel where I archive all my streams and I put all my edited videos. And hit that subscribe button there so you can be notified of any videos I put on there. If you're on YouTube, check the description down below for a link to my Twitch channel. And hit the follow button. I stream Saturdays, Sundays, 3 p.m. Alaska Standard Time, 4 Alaska Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. It accounts for Daylight Savings Time and not Daylight Savings Time. And I'll see you all next time. Stay sharp. See ya.